All right, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, in a dark studio setting because I've been having various tech problems, bringing to you my outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's my weekly reading on relationships, whether romantic, highly emotional, maybe not so much casual, but the people in our lives that make a difference. So I read this week from the Ancient Egypt Tarot by Clive Barrett. It was my original inspiration for doing the emotional exchanges. And we read for the signs of the zodiac through their elemental association. So we're going to start off with the air signs, and that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So our first look here is basically what brings emotional happiness or satisfaction to the air signs. And it's the Ace of Cups upright. And the Ace of Cups upright something new is beginning in the way of relationships. It could be going forward from a relationship that's already in being. I get less glare when I put that over there. So this is greatly pleasing and satisfying to you this week, air signs. It feels like in terms of relationships or romance, it's full steam ahead. What is the challenge for us emotionally for the air signs this week? It's the Ten of Wands reversed. Actually, it's upright. I'm sorry about that. And that suggests that we do have some burdens emotionally that we are carrying with us. It may be some traumas or hurts or pains from a previous relationship or in general from the life we have now. That in order to find ourselves moving towards new beginnings in relationships, we need to be able to either shoulder these burdens we have on us or find a way to displace them, at least for this time. And then for the air signs, what may concern those around you that you care about, whether they're friends or coworkers, neighbors, parents, children, lovers, etc. And others around you, I think, are really trying their hardest to do their best. They're really trying to show all their emotional sides at this time, their emotional sides as strengths. So I think that's really important. It may be that they wish to collaborate with you in certain pleasing emotional projects, or that they're looking maybe for a little bit of direction from you, perhaps mentoring of some sort. Okay, so now for the air signs, I want to give each of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, an additional card each, a word of the week, for which I use the Egipicios Kier, and it's 7-8 arcana, all with rather descriptive words of some sort that I give as that additional word of the week for you guys. And I do the same for each sign of the zodiac. So for Gemini, the word of the week is weaver. Geminis will find that in emotional situations this week, they are probably the ones who are doing that work, are doing that kind of weavy work there. Maybe you're going to have opportunities to matchmake or do things that solidify a circle of friends or certain kinds of relationships. Okay, Libra. Libra has purification. So your word of the week is purification. Libra, I think what you're about, and there's a lot of balance there. I see the twin urn spilling water. So I think from this point of view, Libra, this is saying really to kind of hold yourself in a higher regard this week and try to be truly non-judgmental in terms of relationships that you're either involved in or that you have some sort of stake in, where maybe you might be asked to comment to them. And then Aquarius. And Aquarius has the Navigator. And that's not a plug for my Sail Away Sundays with the Navigator Tarot of the Mystic Seas, another card pull I do on Sundays. But hey, don't forget to watch that. The Navigator for Aquarius, I think, is just saying that maybe you're not necessarily in a relationship, or you are sort of just going through a sense of directing a relationship or directing how you are getting to a relationship. You may be plotting the course, or you may be actually the one who is maybe more responsible for how things are proceeding here. So it's not like you're a control freak, Aquarius. I know somebody might jump to that conclusion. It may just be saying that there's a certain mental clarity that you have this time that would be, good to be able to direct things this manner. All right, so that was for the air signs. We're now going to go into the fire signs. And fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I have a little raspy throat here today. All right, so what is pleasing or an emotional good vibration for the fire signs this week? And it's the Knight or Prince of Pentacles. And I think this is a sense of, in terms of relationships, whether established or moving towards one, because the Knights are cards of movement, you are proceeding at a nice pace. You are moving steadily, maybe not necessarily quickly, but you are directly and steadily moving towards your goals in a relationship, whether new or old. What is challenging to the fire signs? Well, indeed, this would be challenging to anyone. It's the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords could be saying that in terms of some emotionality, there is conflict going on, perhaps. You may or may not be aware of it. A lot of times people are expressing their wills, and so this is more a play of a wills in the realm of relationships. So it may be a more than friendly argument between friends or lovers, between children and parents, or grandparents and their children and their children's children, anything like that, co-workers. This is saying there's maybe a sense of rivalry, certainly a sense of conflict, or of a fight of clash of wills. Somebody's trying to assert themselves and you are responding. So now, what may be of concern to others around you? And it's the Ten of Swords reversed, which is actually good. It's better when it's reversed. So it does indicate that maybe somebody around you has gone through something harsh. It's another sword card, right? Like the Five of Swords. Something particularly harsh and possibly devastating emotionally or otherwise. We are talking about emotions. But now there is a sense really that they have kind of conquered the worst of it. They have hit that bottom sense. And if there's something that speaks to the idea of villainry, that there's maybe a perpetrator who is causing this emotional disease or harm, they probably have been routed, or that you have figured out how, to not have to deal with that situation there, what's troubling there. Okay, so now for the fire signs, the word of the week, once again from Egipicios Kier. And for Aries, you have the Priestess, Major Arcana 2, the Priestess. And that's telling me, I think, that this is also a time for you to play some things close to the vest, to not necessarily reveal all of your insights or intuitions about certain emotional matters. This may be a time more for you to examine what that is and how that may affect you. And then for Leo, the word of the week is impediment. And so impediment tells me, Leo, that there may be something that is kind of upsetting the emotional apple cart, or whatever that colloquialism is. It may be that you don't have a clear path in what you're doing emotionally, whether you're proceeding towards a relationship or within a relationship. Certain goals may have something impeding them. So you may not be as successful this week on that. Okay, and then finally, Sagittarius. You are the prodigy, Sagittarius. You are the one maybe who has learned well in your relationships. Maybe you already had an understanding that maybe was a little bit intuitive and unnatural on some level, but Sagittarians, you kind of for this week really have a true understanding, possibly based on what you have learned about relationships. All right, fire signs. So now we will move on to the water signs. And water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are the naturally most disposed towards most emotional situations. Let's hope that's a good thing. So water signs, what is emotionally pleasing? What brings emotional happiness to you this week? And it's the reversed Five of Pentacles. And so that's a good card. The reversed Five of Pentacles is suggesting that if there are emotional problems, struggles, pains, heartaches, you are recovering from them. A lot of this was really understanding that someone did care, did have your back, maybe when you felt most vulnerable, maybe when you felt no one was able to help you. So I don't know if this is specifically about a relationship for everyone. It could be mostly in general, just saying that people who have felt unwelcome in emotional situations, unloved, or unsure, insecure about where they stand, have come to realize that actually they are loved. And so then, what is the challenge, emotionally speaking, for the water signs this week? And it's the Three of Swords upright. And it is saying maybe that there is some emotional turmoil. There is a high prospect of things that could break your heart, separations, or an impasse in a relationship, an inability to understand each other in a relationship, hearts not being open to each other's words, thoughts, or deeds at all. So that is not good. That's very challenging, water signs. So try, to understand yourself as well as others in these relationships. And what is of concern to others around you, others you care about. it's the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups really is talking to the idea that someone needs to take time to think about things, and that they feel there are a number of choices or avenues for them, but emotionally speaking, they don't really have a real feeling or resonance towards any of them as yet. And I don't know if this is related to the idea of the separations and other things that are occurring here, but I wonder that it could be, and that it could be saying really that um, whatever happened is strong enough maybe for everybody to need to take a step back and review what happened and maybe see where dialogue or more will happen. So then, water signs, what are your words of the week? What is the word of the week for Cancer? And Cancer's word of the week is art and science. And so I would say, Cancer, you need to maybe emotionally lose yourself in things that are not concerning the everyday at this point in time, that look to art or science for various inspirations or various other ways to occupy yourself emotionally, to love science or art rather than um, what may be going on currently in your emotional life. And I know this is kind of vague, but I think this is saying really that maybe if people got you down, then you need to just, give them their time and maybe you can catch up later. But in the meantime, you should, enjoy what life still has to offer. So then, water signs, Scorpio, your word of the week is evolution. Scorpio, you are perfect for evolution as you have a phoenix quality about you at times. This may be saying that for this week, there's really going to come an opportunity to kind of level up in a way you haven't done in a while and maybe perceive things more from some sort of reborn, born again kind of sense there, a new understanding, a new paradigm even. All right then, so then moving to Pisces. Pisces gets the unforeseen. Pisces, well, this is a perfect card for you too in a way, and there's the scorpionic influence there. So as a water sign, what this is saying is that you Pisces maybe are keyed into the idea of seeing what's below the surface. What's below the surface not only of your own watery depths, but maybe of those around you as well. And so what's unforeseen maybe is the key to understanding the world. There's Nuit and Ptah, I think, sort of holding up the skies there. So I like that. That's for the water signs then. And so now we will move on to the earth signs. Earth signs, your last but never least, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You are a pillar of stability sometimes in terms of emotionality. You are the ones really that are that rock. It's not like you're cold. It's just you know how to really bear the intensities of emotional things maybe better than some of the other signs do. Not always, but it is a key characteristic, and it can, of course, be influenced by other things going on in your chart. So, earth signs, what brings you happiness? And again, we have that Knight of Discs, the Knight of Pentacles. What brings you happiness maybe is just knowing, and it's perfect for earth sign, is that you're just moving steadily towards your goals, especially in terms of relationships, that maybe you feel like there's no great fast moves you need to deal with right now. If it's about a new relationship, you feel things are moving the way they should there. If it's about your own relationship, it could be talking about how you wish to invest in these relationships too. I know that that could be more the king perhaps, but there is always that quality of financial things going on with pentacles or discs or coins. So this could be saying too that, you know, you are building, your movement is building you towards, you know, security in a relationship. Maybe this is for a young couple who wants to buy a house or wants to add furniture or a new vehicle or things to uh, their retinue. So it's a good card. All right, so then what is emotionally challenging for earth signs this week? What will challenge them? And it could be that you are still, in a way, holding yourself back a little bit in your emotions. It's the Eight of Swords upright. You may be feeling that you're not secure about something you feel emotionally. I don't think this is necessarily tied to the first card. This may be a different matter. I don't think it's whatever was contained in that first card, which may be about a relationship you have or working towards. This could just be saying that what's challenging you emotionally this week is being able to talk about your feelings openly. Maybe you're really not able to express your feelings openly about some other particular subject. It could be that first situation, but I don't feel it's that. So there may be something that, you know, you're really emotionally strong feeling about, but you don't feel you can really say what it is. And of course, considering politics and religion and everything else these days, I can see where it could apply to those things as well. So finally then, what is of concern to those around you that you care for, your children, your coworkers, your neighbors, the mailman, your sisters and brothers, your cousins, whoever that is, loving spouses, what is of concern to them? And it may be that there's nothing really dramatically wrong in their world, but they are thinking about, we're moving towards the end of summer. Maybe there's some celebration. This is about people coming together in love and harmony, celebrating. This could be about a wedding. This could be about other sort of enjoyable things going on. Maybe people are going to get together and go to a movie, go to a fair, a county fair. Be safe, of course. But I think this is really saying that right now minds are mostly thinking about good times that they wish to enjoy, and you're part of that. So then finally, the words of the week for the earth signs. What are those words? Well, for Taurus, the word of the week is the Wheel of Fortune, is unexpected good luck, is good timing, it's cycles moving for you. It could be a little bit unexpected, but it will definitely be welcome because it seems to be beneficent there, that Wheel of Fortune. All right, so then Virgo's word of the week. Virgo just wants to Netflix and chill. It's domesticity for Virgo. Virgo maybe is feeling like this is the week for them to take care of some things around the house. Maybe there's some gardening chores or other things to do, but it's mostly just being about home and maybe enjoying it. And there's sort of a, I don't know if that's a crab, what that is there. Maybe it's a crab, so it's sort of picking up the Cancer, you know, home feeling there. Finally, on to our last earth sign, Capricorn. Capricorn, you end us by being the star that you are, you shining star. Capricorn, your word of the week seems to connote the idea that also too, you have a sense of a strong, good, beneficent destiny, a sense of hope for things now that maybe you didn't have about whatever that is. This is about emotionality things. So maybe you're really feeling like uh, your relationship feels like destiny to you, that things are just happening exactly the way you wish them to. And you know, isn't that kind of grand? So that's what I had for the emotional exchanges, and I managed to bring a little more light to the situation. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to watch Happy Hour. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then also Banshee's Material Matters, 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. And of course, our live stream Sunday afternoon. So have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next week. Take care.